I'm proud, and y'all appreciate it, but I think she's going to do great. Let's celebrate our
Zoom in on it.
Hello everyone, I'm Heather, and thank you all for coming tonight. I'm a grateful recovering addict of meth and opiates. The list goes on and on. Bear with me, for I'm nervous. You're probably nervous too, so let's be nervous together. I was born and raised right here in Scottsboro, Alabama. I had a happy childhood. I'm the youngest of three. I have two younger brothers, one of who is here tonight. The other one is a nurse at Huntsville Hospital and had to stay. My mother is also here. She's a true inspiration to me. My grandmother is here, and she is my rock. I also have my two children here, Philip and Jessica. And Jessica's husband. Okay. All these people have played a major role in my life. They're my family. They're my rock. Even when I married at 15 years old, I left home, went to Jacksonville, Florida. My husband was in the Navy, and when he got out of the Navy 3 years later, we came back to Scottsboro, started our family. Being a mother was the most important thing in my life. It still is. So with that, I went to work at Maples after having my two kids. I went to work at Maples. My daughter was probably months old. This was 1998. Give my age away now. And this is where I tried to get for the first time. It made me feel like a superwoman. It made me feel like I could conquer the world. And I could go and do 10, 12-hour shifts, 6, 7 days a week, make money, come home, be a mother to my kids, play with my kids, let them make messes, encourage them to make messes, so I'd have something to clean up. Anyway, every now and then I fit my husband in. This man was the love of my life. We've been married 23 years. This is where I started. I did meth. Let me back up a minute. I did meth for about 2.5 to 3 years. And one day, my son came in, right before he came in the door, he was in the first grade, coming from Woodville. Before he got off the bus, I thought, well, I'm going to hurry up and get this line of meth, so I got enough energy to make it through the rest of my night. And when he run in, like all little kids do, he come running and he said, Mama, I got you something. I got something for you today. And I said, okay, what is it? Well, he hands me this DARE, I don't know if y'all remember the DARE program. He hands me this red ribbon. It's a decal, it's a sticker. And it said, drug-free way to be. He said, Mommy, I got that for you. This whole time, I'm thinking my kids don't know what I'm doing. Nobody knows what I'm doing. I thanked him. I tried not to show, I was shocked. He don't know, he doesn't know what that sticker meant to me. Because at that point, I quit doing meth, which was very hard. I did it on my own. I went through a severe depression. But when he handed me that sticker, after I sat there a few minutes and was in shock, I started crying. I had a computer desk, and I put it right there beside my monitor where I could see it every day. Well, this kept me going for a long time. It reminded me every day, and I was so proud of that. Anyway, whew, I got the med kit, right? Okay. Well, I went back to work at Maples once I got over my depression, and I had gained 100 pounds. Right at it. Okay. Low self-esteem, not having, feeling no self-worth, no, just everything completed. I go to the doctor because I'm having a lot of pain. I'm way overweight. He prescribed me Lortabs. I went down a bad road with Lortabs. What, the doctor prescribed it for me. It's okay, right? It's okay. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not, because it's altering your mind, no matter what it is. So from 2004 to 2018, in 2007, I wasn't doing any meth. I was smoking pot and doing pills. But I was a functioning addict. I was a good mother. I was there. I tried to be as good mother as I could be on drugs. My dream was to be a nurse like my mother. I went to Northeast, and then I quit Maples in 2007 and went to nursing school. I got my LPN. Worked harder than, you guys know. Raising 2 kids, still married. Well, as I'm in nursing school, not only did I have Lortabs, Soma, Valium, I had everything under the deadly concoction. I had Adderall and Atipex to keep me awake because I had to study. I had to do this, I had to do that, and So anyway, I'm a hardcore addict at this point. Didn't realize it then though. Did not realize it. So I get my nurse's degree. That was the best. That was the best feeling in my life, other than having my children. And about this, I continued doing my nursing, and I enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. Worked hard, but I was still, like I said, I was still an addict. I was still popping in pills. I was in pain. I was hurting. Nothing was ever taken care of. It was just massive, of course. So in 2018, this is my daughter, my kids both are my saving graces. Philip moved to Louisiana to take care of my mother who was recently widowed. And my daughter, who was also in addiction at this time, had lost not her maternity rights, but her visitation rights. So in fall of 2018 was pretty much the last time we saw it breaking. This took her to my core. So, you know what I did? I quit cold turkey, quit my pain med. Every drug I was taking, I quit taking it. Within a month or two, I was introduced to ice. I was having a bad day, and I said, yeah, let me come in and get some of that. And I tried it. I came home for Christmas of 2018, and pretty much was high from the time I got here till January 10th, when my second husband served me the divorce papers. And he was in Huntsville. I lived in Huntsville with him. This still didn't hit me. January the 20th, I got in a very, very bad argument over the phone with him. And in the room, in my room, there was some so-called friends shooting heroin. I'm a nurse. I'm still a licensed nurse at this point. I haven't done any needles. I've been around them and never done them. I run in there and I'm mad and I'm cussing and I'm ranting and raving. You may know me. They've seen it. But anyway, I run in there and I sit down in that chair and I said, hit me with that. I want to kill this pain. I can't do this no more. Well, lo and behold, I didn't realize it was 95% pure fentanyl. I don't remember nothing after the needle went in until I woke up 25 minutes later to 2 Narcan. And and the police and the EMTs and my grandmother having to witness every bit of this. She had to witness the CPR that they were doing. She had to witness, she told me, she said, Heather, I didn't know what I was going to tell your mother. She said, I kept thinking how am I going to tell her mother that she's dead. That scared me enough to never use fentanyl again or heroin. But with that said, 2 weeks later, I was shooting meth. Loved it, but it created a whole new monster. You couldn't tell me nothing. It killed the pain. I wasn't hurting. I wasn't sick. I didn't think, and I wasn't. You know, I wasn't hurting nobody. I was having fun. Just got bored. You know, I was hurting. I was seeing my daughter go through her addiction too. That's her story to tell. With that said, I've been in and out of jail. This was in January 20th. It was middle of February when I started shooting meth. By March the 9th, I was in jail for possession of methamphetamine.
Amen.
Felony possession. How embarrassing. Your whole family sees that. Your picture's on the, on the roster. Well, I get out. I couldn't wait, really to go get high. That's where me and my daughter served 5 days in the county jail together. And I gotta tell this, but she said, Mom, please tell me you didn't do nothing stupid just to get up in here to check on me. I said, no, I promise you I didn't do this on purpose. But anyway, she took care of me while I was in there. I just gotta give her props for that. I had double pneumonia and was sitting in the county jail, taking breathing treatments every 12 hours. And my daughter she was there. Mom, don't give you tray away. That's money here. Let me have it. I just tell little girls here, baby, take this. Mom, you can't do that. That's money here. Anyway, she's been in there a little longer than I have. Well, moving forward, I was in and out of hotels. Don't really know why, because that's where I could party and get away with it. No, my family couldn't see me. They didn't know what I was. They knew what I was doing, but they didn't know what I was doing. When I would get high, I would seclude back I wouldn't come out of my house. I was complying with color code for a minute, and then about 11 days, and then I got high. Then when I went to color code one night, they said, Heather, we have a warrant for you, so you may be pulled over. We're not going to take you to jail today. We're waiting on some more test results to come back, and we're going to. But if you get pulled over on the way home, you might probably going to jail. Well, I went home that night, and I didn't come out for 2 months. I went to check my mail after midnight, and I was there wasn't nobody out. Well, it was COVID, and they wasn't taking people with warrants. It wasn't, bad ones. They said, and I hear, Jackson County Sheriff's Department. They said, Heather, go get it. They ain't taking people with warrants. They were. Tracy Coleman was at my door, and all I seen was narcotics unit, and I was higher than full time. And I said, he said, are you Heather Rowe? I said, yes, sir. He said, we have a warrant for your arrest. And I said, I didn't think y'all were taking warrants. He said, we started back today. I said, okay, was that the first door you had to come to? I mean, there wasn't 2 or 3 more you could have picked up before me. I'm in the middle of cooking supper. It's 9 o'clock at night. I said, we do third shift here. So, lo and behold, I get him out of there because I have a tendency to take in people with warrants. I had a home. It wasn't a recovery home. But it was somewhere people that was users could go. In my heart of hearts, I was giving them a place to stay. They didn't have a home. They didn't have food to eat. If I had it, I was cooking it for them. They're good people. They just make bad decisions.
Right.
So with that, they're some of the best people I've ever met. Whether it's done wrong, whether it's done right, it didn't matter at the end of the day. I have that kind of heart that I was doing something I thought was right for somebody. And if I went to jail in the process of it, I would. You know, it happens. It wasn't my intentions, but I tell them, you're on the, you know, come on in. But you're on your own until they show up. I can't save you once I get in here. But anyway, enough about that. I was in a very emotionally, mentally abusive relationship. Not all of him, me too. But I had been drugged down. I let this relationship and the drugs drag me down to where I had no self-worth. I didn't love myself. So how could I love anybody else? I loved my family, but they had their lives separate from mine. My daughter was running from Cocoa. But, and I was worried to death I was going to get that knock at the door or that phone call. Thank God that didn't happen. One night she called me and she said, Mom, she said, I'm pregnant. Now remember, we lost Brady to a divorce. He's not passed away. He's in good hands, but we don't get to see him right now. Because we couldn't get right. But she said, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, okay. Are you happy? I'm happy. Yeah, we're happy. Okay, she said, but I'm going to need you to be sober when this baby's born. And I said, oh yeah, I got this. I've done it before. I can do this again. Time went on. She's on house arrest. She's going back with her doctor. Can't go nowhere. But Mama's too darn high to get in the car and drive up there to see her. Because I'm afraid I got one, so I'm going to go to jail. My baby needed me, and I couldn't be there. My grandmother lived with me. She fell sick. I was high. I'm a nurse. I did this to help take care of her and my mom and whoever else needed me. But she fell sick, and the ambulance come got her, and I didn't know what to do. I panicked. Well, Jessica calls me. This is going on October the 17th, 2022. Jessica calls me this night. She's crying a bit. She said, Mom, I'm really needing you to be, we got a couple months left. I need you to think about rehab. I can get you in down here at Great Expectations. Nolan knows people. we can make phone calls. I said, all right, I can do this. I got this. Well, I didn't. And this is where I told her, I said, I got this, baby. I got this. Don't worry. I promise you, I won't let you down. I love you. Good night. And so when I hung up the phone, I sat there a minute. And I said, at this point, I've never, ever reached for God. Never have I ever, even thought of when I'm in trouble. It was always, let's get high. Let's do, let's fight. Let's do this. It wasn't ever reached for God. But at this point, I didn't have nothing else. I lost my grandmother. She's here, but I lost her from the household. My family, I wasn't speaking to nobody because I was so ashamed of what I was doing. I hit my knees. Amen. And I said, dear God, if you are out there and you hear me, help me. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I'm going to die in this situation. And I would rather die than to let my child down one more time. Either or my family down. So I lay down. Sleep wasn't my thing. I like the up. I lay down on the bed and cried myself to sleep that night. Be careful what you ask for. At 2 o'clock the next day, I woke up. At 3 o'clock, Scottsboro City Police, we have a warrant.
Yeah.
Well, some idiot opened the door. I don't know which one, but they opened the door. And so, at the time that they opened the door, I had just spent my last $30 to buy some dope. and had it in a needle, fixing to administer it to my boyfriend at the time. He goes to the door to talk to Officer Andrew Miller and says, and Zach Gantz at the front door, now he's at our door. And he's got an orange Kovac truck around his arm. They were there for a failure to appear at the city. For him, a warrant for him. Well, that gave him probable cause. This is where I say this was God. I had not used that day, I just woke up. I'm talking to Zach, I've known him since grade school. He told me, he said, I said, you don't have a warrant. He said, we have probable cause. I said, you want, somebody told you want to get a warrant. I said, no, you're not. I tell you what, if you don't, I said, if you'll call off all the posse, don't ever come over here and tear my house down again. I'll give you what we got, or what I got. I said, I claim everything on this side of the house. And I gave him two 50-gram, half-gram bags of dope and 2 syringes of methamphetamine. He was adamant, Zach was, I'm not letting you claim this. I said, you have no choice. I'm claiming, I'm telling you it's mine. I gave it to you, here it is. He said, why are you doing this? I'll never understand why the women do this for these men that don't deserve it. Because my ex was on community corrections. I didn't want him to go back to prison, Well, with that said, I looked at him and I said, look here. I said, I got a grandbaby due in 2 months, and I need some help. I'm not going to do it in this house. I'm not going to be able to do it in this house. I will not be able to be there for that baby to be born sober. Take me to jail. I'm claiming everything over here. And he said, okay. He said, enough said. He told me, he said, Heather, I'm glad you're going to get some help. He said, you're a good person.
Yes.
And I had to see you keep going down this road. Well, I go to the county jail. This was October the 18th, the day after I was hit my knees and asked the Lord to help me. He helped me. And sometimes it means going to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to get out of life any other way. No
Yep.
job, no money, no way of going, everything.
I feel you.
I was knocking on hell's door, is what I was doing.
Yeah.
My soul was gone. I still had my heart, but my soul was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I go to jail, and while I'm in jail, I just decided, this person that I was with for 3 years was not as important as I thought he was. I took his charges. He never helped me one time. Never put a penny of money on my books. That stinks. So Christmas, Randy, I was in there 101 days. I got my, Miss Angie brought me my papers and told me my bond had been reinstated. I had a bond, and my probation had been reinstated, like 2 weeks after I got there. And I told her, I said, I'm not going anywhere. And she said, what do you mean you're not bonding out? I said, no. Because if I bond out, I'll be back using again. I said, I can't go to the streets. And she just shook her head and she hugged my neck and said, okay. Well, I stayed. The baby was born November the 14th. That was the hardest thing for me, but I knew I was not ready yet to hit the streets. I could have called my mom, my grandmother, and they would have put up the money once again to bond me out. But that wasn't what was in my heart. I needed to get right and get right for good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This wishy-washy stuff was not working for me anymore.
Yes. That's good.
So this was in November. I went through Thanksgiving there. They fed us well. We had a good group of girls. Christmas rolled around. Still there. New Year's. Still there. Well, I'm calling Jessica. Hey, can you come? Can you figure out? Call Great Expectations. I need a bed. I'm going nuts. Well, and I was on let me say this. That concrete floor is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a bad back and almost 50 years old, and you can't get up and down off that floor. So anyway, I endured all that because, I put everybody else in a lot of pain. And that little bit of pain was enough to show me, hey, you can do this. You can sleep on this floor for 100 days, and one day you can do this. Well, it was a Thursday night. Just got out of the shower, and it was right after we'd eaten supper, so it was 4:30, 5 o'clock. The jailer, Miss Wendy, opened the door. I'm sitting there with a t-shirt wrapped around my wet hair, and she says, Heather Bro, bed and baggage. I said, we're fixing to play spades. I said, what did she say? Bed and baggage. I said, ain't no way you got this all wrong. What do you mean, bed and baggage? She said, are you going home or not? Come on. I said, I don't understand. I gotta go to court. I gotta go before the judge. What? And she said, you have been OR'd out. The judge has granted you an OR bond, and you're leaving now. Get your things and let's go. So everybody, I was like, no, you can't take me. I don't have a ride. Don't take me. I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm waiting on a bed and great expectation. Please. You don't understand. She said, Heather, you got a ride. Hospital City's out here waiting on you. Calm down and get yourself together. You're being evicted today. And you're going to Scottsboro City. You're fixing to start your life all over again. She said, you're going to do better this time. I just know it. I feel it. The poor city officer, I don't remember his name, but he said, Mrs. Bro, are you a runner? I said, I've been here 101 days. I ain't run one time. And I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. And he said, because I feel so bad for you right now, I can't even put these cuffs on you. If you promise me you won't run, I won't cuff you. I said, okay, but you don't understand. I got a bed, it's open, and great expectations, I gotta go. He said, I'll make some phone calls. I'll talk to Scott Makers. We'll figure out something. We'll get you out of there. Well, I stayed the weekend. Against my will, I didn't want to stay. But I'll tell you what, the Lord works in mysterious ways because I never had a father in my life. My real father, I mean. When I got into the city, the first person I laid eyes on was my adopted sister. Her name's Holly. She's great. I never had a chance to sit and talk to her, nothing. We bonded over those 5 days. I was meant to be there when I was there. Yeah. And on Monday I saw the judge, and Nathan and all of them, they told her like, let her daughter take her to Great Expectations, but you've got to be there today by 4 o'clock. I said, all I need is to go by Walmart. I need some beauty products. They made a joke because I'd been in there and I needed razors. But anyway. So me and my daughter, I call her, she comes and gets me. And I got to see that new grandbaby for 1 hour, 2 hours. And then I had to go straight back down County Road 8 and go to Great Expectations. But that was the best thing I ever did in my life, as far as for me. I've never done anything other, I don't think doing drugs was for me. That was for the pain. For me to get better, that rehab, I know they catch a lot of slack. People talk a lot, but it is what you put into.
Amen.
I mean, there's you don't agree with everything that everybody does. We're never going to. That's why we're human.
Right.
But that place and God helped save my life. That grandbaby, Emma Grace is her name. She's my saving grace. I love that child more than life itself. When I went to Great Expectations, I saw the relationship with God. I got saved. I got baptized. The first time I baptized, both my brothers came that day. programs. Loving my Jesus. They played that song that day, and worshiping with him, I was standing in between them. And that was the first time, other than tonight, that I've worshipped with the people that I love.
Yes, Lord.
I mean, I love everybody, but my loved ones. Everybody, I love loving my Jesus. I'll never forget that. Today I am 334 days clean. One of the most amazing things that God gave me was the ability, or He took the desire for any drugs whatsoever.
Yes.
Ibuprofen is my only drug now. But that's okay. Also, with our relationships, I was seeking unconditional love from a man. Never got it. Never got it. Well, guess where I found it? In Jesus Christ.
Yes.
He's never left my side. And every time I call on him, even like tonight, I prayed all the way over here. Prayed since I've been here. And I'm feeling okay. I just ain't remembered half of what I wrote in this paper. But I'm proud to say this. I'm a Christian. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, a granddaughter. We have currently 5 maternal generations in our family right now. 4 of us are here tonight. The grandbabies. My grandmother told me one night, she said, Heather, this was after I was in the program, and I came home on past, she said, Heather, I'm so thankful that I lived long enough to see you get back to you. So what I'm going to say to you, mate, you can't do this on your own. And if you do happen to relapse, whatever, scream for God. He will be there.
Yes.
It's not about the fall. It's how you pick yourself up and move back.
Yes.
But thank God I don't have a desire to ever use drugs ever again.
Amen.
Thank you.